What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to a brand new show. First of four brand new shows today, in fact. This is Farewell, My Dear Cramer. Okay, so, I was so confused about that title for a long time, but I finally figured it out, and we'll go into that as I go through the synopsis and stuff. But if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm a British guy who reacts to seasonal anime. This is my 6th season doing so. We're well into the spring season now. We've been, well, technically it started last week with Moriarty the Patriot, since I got an early screening thanks to Funimation. Yesterday was the first day of proper shows that weren't getting like advanced screenings and early screenings and exclusivity deals and stuff. And today is the first show where we've got quite a few shows. So we've got 4 brand new shows, starting with Farewell, My Dear Cramer. And what we like to do on the channel is load up the analyst page, look at the synopsis, the tags, the staff, the cast, things like that to get a basic understanding of the show. And then make some assumptions and then go into the episode. I know some people don't like that because they think it kind of spoils me into it, but realistically, a synopsis should never spoil your show. If it does, your show is too simple and you really need to start thinking about A, who you're hiring or who is in charge of doing synopsis, because they shouldn't really be writing synopsis, and B, maybe making your show a bit more complex in the first place so that it actually is interesting enough to watch. Just saying. I know it's harsh, but still. Also, I have so many shows to watch in a season. Over 30 this season. 8 of them, well, it was 9 of them on one day. I whittled that down to 8 immediately just because I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to enjoy that anime regardless. So I have to be very brutally honest and critical about shows up front so I can whittle them down and get to the shows I genuinely have interest in. And this one could go either way, and I'll explain why now. So loading up the analyst page. There we go. So, Farewell, My Dear Cramer. With no soccer accomplishments to speak of during the entirety of Sumire So's junior high school years, the young wing gets an odd offer. Okay, they're a wing player. So's main rival, Midori Soshizaki, oh, that's a tough one for me to say, invites her to join up on the same team in high school. Now, interesting they say rival, so are they going to be a rival winger, or are they going to be a defender that they're tough against? Like, I wonder how they define rival, because unless you're in the same position or directly opposing positions, I wonder about that. I don't know. Visa joined up the same team in high school will promise that she'll never let So play alone. I guess build a team and like an actual team environment that she wants to be part of, something like that. It's an earnest offer, but the question is whether Suo, am I saying Suo? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it yet. Will take her up on it. Thus, the curtain opens on a story that collects an enormous cast of individual soccer-playing personalities. Yes, this will be a large cast. I mean, we have our 11 main players. I assume we're going to have like 7 subs as well. We'll have coaches and managers and supporting characters beyond that. So this is a big cast that we'll probably get to know, which can go either way. Too big of a cast means that you can sometimes split focus so much that your individual characters don't feel as developed and they just become like walking tropes. Like you might have the quiet girl, the rich girl, and then that's kind of like all there is to them, and you don't really get much more than that. And then your main like trio, if anything, are like actually developed. That's the risk you run with large casts, but I guess we'll see which way they want to go with that. So yeah, Farewell, My Dear Cramer. I was so confused about that title for a long time. I was like, who the hell is Cramer? There is no Cramer in this story. And then I realized that they're actually referring to a real person, Detmar Cramer. He was a German football player / manager, and he has a bit of a reputation in Japan for basically... He's considered the father of modern Japanese football. Like, he took the Japanese team in the Olympics and took them pretty well, and then through his implementation of, like, training up staff and like setting up leagues and stuff, he got them to I can't remember where Olympics it was. It was like somewhere in the 60s. Got them in the Olympics to get a bronze medal, and I think they beat Argentina, which was like quite the upset at the time. So and this came out, the original manga for this came out about 6 months after he died. So this might be like a love letter essentially, or some appreciation to Detmar Cramer, who this is titled after, and to thank them for the gift of football / soccer to Japan, and helping them realize its potential and the talent that they have for it. So I think that's kind of where the title's meant to be going. It's an interesting one as well, especially since this is a sequel, technically, to one of this author's other works. So this is by Naoshi Arakawa, and you may recognize that name, because this is the creator behind Your Lie in April. And that's why I think this show's got people's attention. Not really many people would bat an eyelid to another all-girls sport anime. No one really bat an eyelid. But because it's the creator of Your Lie in April, there is a certain level of expectation. And like I said, this is a sequel to Sayonara Football, which is based on one of the characters in this, and it's also getting a movie, which is kind of interesting. He says movie. I don't know if it's going to be like a full 2-hour movie, or if it's going to be a 1-hour movie, a 40-minute OVA. I'm not quite sure what it's going to take. But this is a prequel to Farewell, My Dear Cramer, and it's releasing in episode 9-ish into it. I don't know if it's going to be... I don't know if it's getting a full theatrical release, or if it's going to be a special broadcast. I don't quite know how the deal of it's going to be, but it depends on whether we're watching that far in or not, so I don't know. We did watch Tamayomi all the way through, so I'm not going to say no to this, but it is an all-girl sports anime. It is by Leiden Films, who are decent. Don't get me wrong on that. Leiden Films have done some good work recently. Cells of What Code Black was very good. Last Down was a good laugh. So they have some good stuff. They did Hanabado, which was a very good sports anime. One of the few sports anime I actually really liked. They did Love and Lies. They did Akashic Records. So the studio's not a problem. The creator of Your Lie in April, again, not a problem at all. Implies that there might be a bit more drama into this sports anime, which would be nice. I don't think that Yuri tag is genuine. I think that's just because it's an all-girls cast and there's Yuri undertones. I don't think there's going to be genuinely a Yuri element to this story. If it is, cool, but I don't think that's where this show wants to go necessarily. Unless there's already a pre-established couple in the show, maybe. But like I said, it is still a all-girls sports anime, and they don't tend to do well. And they don't tend to turn out well, they don't seem to capture interest, they become very generic very quickly. And also, look at this. Sumire Suo, whatever, I don't know how to say her name, seems to be a main character in this. Not even in the top 6 of characters on A-list, which is surprising. Not listed as a main. The main is this Nozomi Onda, who I believe is where this prequel movie is based, and then this Sawa character, who I don't know. Here's the rival, Midori, Aoyuki, so she's going to be very easy to pick up when we hear her. But yeah, are they a main character or not? It seems to be they're not, because I'm fairly certain this white-haired girl here is meant to be her. That's obviously Nozomi. That's Sawa, I guess, the friend. And then I think that's Aya and that's Midori, right? So I think this is our character that we just mentioned in the synopsis, but it doesn't seem like she's main. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what to make of this show. And that's kind of weird to really think about a sports show like this. So I guess we'll see what ends up happening. I'm not super hopeful for this. I want to like it because it does seem like it could have some potential, but I say that about basically every sports anime, and it never normally works out. The more recent example where it did actually work out was Skate. That blew everyone's expectations, I think, of what we were going to get, and yeah, I don't know if this is going to manage that, so we'll see. But yeah. With all that said, as per usual, here on YouTube we do timer-based format reactions. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, therefore myself and the anime in one screen, you can go to my Patreon and become a patron on there to get access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do at the channel. £4 a month, and you'll get everything from this season, the spring season, last season, and all future seasons. We've got certain backdated shows, Patreon request shows, such as World Trigger, which we'll be doing tomorrow? No, Wednesday is World Trigger. We've also got Local Horizon and Symphogear Season 2, Symphogear G, right? That will be starting somewhere this week. I've still got to work out my schedule since I'm starting a lot of spring shows at the moment. So once I work out my schedule, I'll actually have a fixed place for all of them. But we also have movie reactions, and there's currently a poll for all Patreon members where you can vote on what movie you want me to watch this month. You can go check that one out on Patreon as well. But here on YouTube, we do timer-based, so bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I'll count down 3 to 1 play. And on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. There's no video or audio of the original anime here at all, because of copyright reasons, obviously. So it's just me, the timer. There's no logos or anything at the beginning of this. We're just going to fade into the episode. You use the screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scene is transitioning, or you can look at this part of my headset. It's very reflective and should give away some of the brighter to darker scene transitions, so you know we're roughly in sync. So, with all that said, let's start up. Goodbye, farewell, my dear Cramer. Episode 1, everyone. In 3, 2, 1, play. Interviews. Losing its shine. Women's soccer in danger, okay. Oh boy, that's a huge decline. I think that's a bit excessive, but sure. Middle school. That is true. That is honestly a realistic expectation, yes. Very true. What do you mean again? Did Japan always have a really good women's team? Okay. Was Mionda, yep. And Sawa, the friends, I guess. Is there even a team? Again, you need like at least 14 people and a manager. Tetsuji, okay. Provided there's a team. Again, we are basing it on the fact that there is enough for a team right now. In the ceremony. Hmm. So I guess she came from this school. There's already a few people for a team then. That's good. Oh, they're doing the fade through the bars. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. OP time. Is that the manager or coach or whatever? Where's that run cycle? All right. Decent OP. You're okay. That was Aoyuki. Nice. Ooh, nice. Although having your studs up like that would be questionable. This is the rival. I think that's what she meant by. This is probably what she means by never play alone, right? She never had the team around her, but saw the talent in her. I think that's where we're going. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. Don't ruin the. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. What? Interesting character design, sure. Jesus Christ, the designs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got left. I just don't know why. Hmm. I don't know where the meaning of that is meant to be coming in, but sure. Defensive mid, okay. That makes sense. Alright, centre back. God, it's gonna be impossible to remember these names. Forward. Left back, okay. Right back. Another centre back, okay. Oh, there's keeper. Guardian angel works. It's honestly kind of thing. Goalkeeper is your guardian angel. When all else fails, you rely on them. .20 halves, okay. Hmm. We don't have enough, really. Mm-hmm. Team chemistry is going to be very low. Hmm. Okay, got away with that one. Mm-hmm. But improve it. Yeah, it gets easier to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. Not alone anymore. Oh boy. Born on the offside line, sure. God. Yes. They're getting along well. That is true. And ED time. I saw like a pufferfish or something in there for a second, or whatever. All the sports ever. This seems more like an OP than anything. This is the ED. This seems more like an OP to me, but whatever. Alright. Still got a little bit to go. Nice credit scene. I mean, outside pass isn't exactly that special. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Impact. Okay. 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 Well, probably unsurprisingly, felt very basic again, like every other all-female sports anime ever kind of ends up being. I like that it's not as crazy. Well, can I even say that? Some of the character personalities, I don't know why. I know they have to for anime to make everyone distinguishable and make everyone unique and stuff, but why do they always have to oversell and overplay differences between characters and their quirky natures? Like, I feel like they always over exaggerate every single thing, and it's like it gets a bit annoying after a while. Yeah, like I don't know what to think, honestly. It seems very I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm not really feeling any of the characters just yet. I'm not really feeling the animation just yet. I'm not really feeling any of the music just yet. I'm not feeling any of the sport playing just yet. I don't know if I'm gonna get into any of this. I I don't know. Like, bring up a good point. Like, yes, female soccer teams don't get the spotlight, don't get the same amount of uh, just attention and willingness to want to join in, but there's only so much you can do to that. Like, not every girl wants to play soccer. Not every guy wants to play soccer, for that matter. Like, I was like that for a long time. It wasn't until I was... Let's think here. How old would I have been? It wasn't until I was about 14, 15 that I really started to get into any form of sport. Like, I was never a sporty person. And then, like, 14, 15, that's when I started getting into it. And I was like, okay, I'm actually enjoying this. And it's like, when it came to PE and whenever football was being played, I was like, yeah, I can get into this. Then I joined a five-a-side team with my friends, and it was, like, going really well. Joined a club as well for a season. Got second in the league with it. Made it to the second round of the cup as well. Did we make a third round? We might have made third round, but I don't think I couldn't make it to any of the other cup rounds, I don't think. I definitely made it to the first cup round. I don't know if I remember the second cup round. No, I think we lost second cup round. Yeah. God, I remember second cup round. Second cup round, it was horrible weather. Very, very windy, which made my job a living nightmare as a goalkeeper. It was so hard to judge where the ball was going. So hard. It didn't help that it was kind of muddy as well, and there's like... I'm very... Okay. My soccer experience, about 5 years or so, mostly in five-a-side, but like I said, there was a full season of league that I played in and a cup. I'm goalkeeper, and I was always a reflex goalkeeper. I was very good when it came to quick snap decisions like, you've just shot the ball at me from about 2 meters away, and I have that amount of time to react to where you're going to shoot. I was very good at that point. The diving, I was okay at, and I definitely improved as I went through training and stuff, but it was never my specialty. I was very committed, and I wasn't afraid to just throw myself at it, which definitely made me a step above certain other goalkeepers, just because one of the big things of being a goalkeeper is you have to get over your fear of getting hurt and just taking a hit. You're gonna get hit. Whether that's you throwing yourself at the ball and getting in the way of it, whether it's charging a player down and getting smacked in the face, either by a ball or a foot, it's gonna happen. You just have to get over that, and then once you're committed, you'll work wonders, and you'll realise just how much better you can be, just by throwing yourself at it. And five-a-side football was very good for that, because the goals are much lower, and therefore you can have to be down on the ground a lot, and you'll have to be sliding and getting into contact a lot more. And that ultimately makes you less afraid of getting hit, because you have to be within like a meter of someone before they shoot. Otherwise, you're probably going to concede the goal. And you don't need to worry about diving so much. That's the benefit of five-a-side. At least the five-a-side we played, because we had the very small goals. Like, the goal post would come up to maybe my lower back, if that. So they were very, very small goals. And so, like I said, reflexes were more important than actual diving capability. But yeah, I don't know where my point was going with all that. I just started reminiscing about my football times. Yeah, I don't know what point I was trying to make in all that. I just started talking about football because I have some experience with it. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I don't know if there's anything special about this yet. And I feel like if something is going to be special about this, it's going to be like episode 8, 9, 10 before that specialness kicks in, because this is from the author of Your Lie in April. I'm expecting there to be something here. And I don't know if my expectation there is necessarily going to be detracting from it, you know? But yeah, I'm not sold right now. And I'm debating whether or not I give it a second episode or not. I'm not exactly hard pressed for time on a Monday. I do have 5 shows on a Monday, which is a little bit too much. I would like a 4-show day. Essentially, especially after Sundays, which is going to be a very, very busy day. I would like a bit of an easier Monday, so I may end up dropping this. But for now, I'm going to give it a second episode, because I feel like this didn't really lead with its best foot forward. And I feel like the better part of this show is probably coming soon, maybe with the coach being added here in the form of the former player. Former national player, in fact. Maybe that's where the show might pick up a little bit, so we'll give it next week to impress. If it doesn't do anything for me next week as well, and I get the same sort of feeling, I'm going to drop it. Because right now, I'm just not feeling anything special, necessarily. And this happens with all sports animes. I always feel like I get in the same little route with sports animes, and there's just nothing really distinguishing it from anything else. So, I guess we'll see what ends up happening. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. If you're a sports anime fan, let me know what this did well. If you're not a sports anime fan, tell me why you're not. Because, yeah, I'm not really into it right now, but I want to give it a second chance just in case. Especially since, like I said, Your Lie in April's creator, that's kind of the sole reason why I'm keeping up to give it a second chance. It's like, I would write this off as another just sports anime if it wasn't for the fact that it had quite a notable author behind it. So, we'll see. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode. We'll give it one more chance, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find on the channel. 3 more shows coming up for you today as well. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.